So what's up, guys? Um, yeah, man, had a great weekend. It's Sunday today, and to be honest with you, I've been now like almost over 1 month here in Miami, and a lot of stuff have happened. And but I mean, today's topic is why I got arrested, right? So there's a crazy story I have to tell you guys. I was visiting my family in Tampa, and then, I was there for like 2 days, and then I was driving back from Tampa to Miami, but it was like 12 p.m. to 1 a.m., something like that. And then I was going a little bit fast. The police stopped me and was like, you were doing 120 miles in a 70. I don't know if that's true because I don't think I was going that fast. I was going slower. I mean, I know I was going slower. I wasn't going 120. I was with a rental car. I mean, the car almost, I think, it cannot even go to 120, So what happened is I got arrested, and then I mean, he just said, he was like, are you crazy, you're going 120? I was like, I was not going 120. He handcuffed me, put me in the car, and impounded my car and took me to jail. And then in jail I was like, fuck, I didn't take it that serious. I was like, all right, I'm just going to bail myself out and, get out of the jail, just drive home. Then it got serious, they took my clothes off. I had to wear the orange jail clothes. And I was like, fuck, this is getting real, So they took mock shots of me, fingerprints and everything. And then they were like, you need your phones to call somebody. And I was like, you just have to tell me how it exactly works because I'm not from here, So they were like, how it works is you get a bond, and then you can pay yourself out or somebody else does it. And I was like, how much is going to be my bond? And the police officer was like 150. I was like, all right, so yeah, I don't need no number. I didn't want to bother anybody or my cousins back in Tampa. I was like, I'll pay myself out and then I'll go, So what happened is, like at 2 o'clock, I was waiting there with a Mexican guy. There was like a bond list, before that, she was like, you have an international card, I cannot put the state in or the address or whatever, so it doesn't work. I was like, what do you mean? Like, can I have my phone so, I can reach out to somebody? And they were like, no, you can, we already sent everything. So if you go in jail, I hope not, but if you go in jail, always have a number from a friend or from somebody. Also, if you want to bail yourself out, just in case. And there was a Mexican guy. I feel so sorry for him. His bond was like almost 5K or something. Mine was 150, so nothing serious. And then we were trying. There were a list, like a companies list where they can bail you out, and you have to return them back. It costs you like $100. But we were going like, because it was 2 a.m. we were going like all the list down. and they were like, hey guys, we have to bring you in cell. So yeah, fuck bro, I went to cell, first time in my life. And what happened is they gave me the mattress, like a spoon, something to drink, soap and stuff, something to brush my teeth, and they put me in cell with somebody else. And then, they were like, you have to wait until 9 o'clock in the morning to see the judge, and then he will decide what's going on. I was like, all right. So in my head, I was like, I have to wait until 9, to speak to my judge and just get the fuck out of the place. And like I got in and I tried to sleep, but they were like screaming and stuff. And like 30 minutes after I got in the cell, like the guy above me like jumped down, took a shit in front of me, wiped his ass. But it's crazy, bro. And then at 6 they were like breakfast. So the breakfast came came and bro, it was so nasty, to be honest. I don't want to talk about food like that, but it was nasty. I mean, I tried a little bit. It smelled like nothing. I don't know what exactly it was. And then I tried to go back to sleep, and at 8:30 the police officer came, and he called like 4 people, you know, to see the judge. And I was like, hey, what about me? I also have to see the judge. And he was like, no, your name is not on the list. I was like, what do you mean? And then, you know, I was like kind of freaking out. What is going on? I want to get out of here, you know. And yeah, and then like at 10 o'clock, the officer came back in. I was like, sir, please let me know what's going on, because I want to get out of here. I'm not from here, you know, I'm a student here in Miami. I go to flight training and stuff, so, you know. And he was like, what's your name? I told him my name. And then he was like, somebody bailed you out. So somebody paid my bond so I can get out. And I was like, who the fuck bailed me out? And he was like, why are you asking those questions? Just be happy somebody bailed you out. You're gonna be out in a couple of hours. I was like, all right. Then I came down, you know. And then with some inmates there, I talked to them a little bit. And there was a young guy. He was 20 years old, and I played chess with him, and I was like, bro, how long are you going to be in here, you know? And he was like, the best thing that can happen to me is 15 years, and the worst is 22 years. So, but he was like, I'm thinking about 22 years, so, you know, because that's the most, the realistic amount of time I go in. And I was like, can I ask you what exactly you did? He was like, no, I can't, because if I tell what I did, they're gonna kill me in here. But he was a nice guy. We were talking about cars and stuff. His dad has an E92 M3 supercharged, you know. We were talking about cars because I got a speeding ticket. And yeah, I just met some crazy people in there, but they were like, actually being honest, they were like good people. I didn't ask everybody what they did. And then they called my name, and they were like, you can get out of here. And they were like happy, you know, to the people I talked in there. They were like, enjoy it, man, don't come back in here, stuff like that. And to be honest with you, those 15 or 16 hours I was in there, so many stuff went through my mind, you know, and I learned my lesson to not speed again, to not do dumb stuff like that, because it's just not worth it, you know. And I came out like at 1 o'clock, like 1 p.m. And I was like, who bailed me out? That was like my main question I had in my head. Who bailed me out? And then what happened is they gave me the papers and everything, my phones, my cards. I get out of jail. And then I checked my phone, and somebody texted me and said, be careful driving. I was like, what the hell? And I texted back, I was like, did you bail me out or what? And she was like, yes. And I was like, thank you so much. Like, give me your bank account, I can send you the money back. And she was like, no, you don't have to. I was like, you have to let me know what exactly went through your mind to bail me out, you know. And she was like, I saw you on because what they do here in the States is they post your mugshot and what you did and, you know, the bond, so everybody can bail you out. And then she was like, I went from Thursday to Friday night in a bar, saw your mugshot, and then I wanted to bail you out. And the crazy thing is they did that 3 hours after I got arrested. So from 4 in the morning till 1 o'clock, it took them that much to take me out of jail. Yeah, man, it was crazy. I don't know what to say. It's just, I have court date 23rd of July. Today is Sunday, so I have to talk to my lawyer tomorrow to see if I can move out the date, because I have really important appointments in Switzerland right now that I have to go this week, next week. And to be honest with you, I know you see myself talking about this. This is maybe the best thing that happened to me here in the States, because I'm just grateful, you know, to go see my parents. And I know I was just there for 15 hours. I'm talking because of the guy that I met. He's 5 years younger than me, and he showed me he had a tablet, and he showed me where he texted with his mom, it cost him 7 cents to text, and her mom $1 to text him back. And right when he wanted to show me that, he got a text from his mom. He went to his cell, read it. He was so happy, you know. He was like, I just want to see my mom and stuff. I'm pretty sure he did something bad, you know, but it's crazy. I mean, the people I met in there were like, yeah, man, it was just insane, you know. And I'm so grateful she bailed me out, because if she didn't bail me out, I would have been there maybe for a week or something, you know, or until court day. I don't think that, because it's a speeding ticket. They changed the law last year, so it's really bad what I did. Yeah, man, that's the video. That's why I got arrested. Be careful, guys, driving fast. I mean, don't drive fast at all. I know you guys love cars. I do it too, you know, but it's just it can get very dangerous, you know. You can also hurt other people if you're too fast. So drive carefully. That's it. I don't know what else to say. It's just, you know, you may think, come on, shut the fuck up. It were only 15 hours, but the stuff I saw there, it's not like Swiss prison, you know. That was like, it was insane what I saw in there. I was there with murders, you know. But yeah, that's it. I just wanted to make that video to tell you guys that also in the most negative moment in your life, to see the positive side of it. Okay? So I know that was bad where I ended up, but I was like, it was good. I learned a lot of lessons in there because of that, what happened. Yeah, that's it, guys. I wish you all the best. I'm gonna drop more videos before I leave Miami, because I'm coming back here after I get everything done in Switzerland. And yeah, that's it. Peace out, guys.